Welcome back to the HotBox Kitchen. Cheers. Let's get cooking. What are we making today, you ask? That's not a HelloFresh box, Colin. I know. Today we're making some Christmas cookies. Here are the ingredients that we have. Colin, that's Devil's Food Cake Mix. How are you going to make cookies out of that? Pretty simple, actually. I had this idea the other day. My mom used to make this too much chocolate cake. And it's very decadent and you can only have a small piece of it. And I was like, how can I take her recipe and make it my own? Let's make it into cookies. On top of that, I'm gonna make a raspberry koozie, which is just like a raspberry compost type thing. Just put on top, just add a little bit of balance to the chocolate. Let's go ahead and clear our workspace a little bit and get ready to start baking. I'm not sure if we're going to need this or not. So I got it out just in case. Cookies are going to be pretty simple. We're going to make a double batch. We're going to go ahead and just throw that right in. There's one. There's two, and let's keep our garbage out of my way. Next is a half a cup of oil per box. So we got 2 boxes, so we need a full cup of oil. Spreadouche. Yes, that is a lot of oil. And now we're gonna do some mixies. Get that pretty well incorporated. Whoa. Let's go ahead and add our eggs now. We need 2 eggs per box. Uno. Dos. 3. 4. Muy bien.
Now let's get those incorporated as well. Then we're going for a dough consistency, so the slab is looking real thick versus regular cake mix. Plus we are adding that water to get to that cake consistency. So just keep it stirring until it's well distributed, well mixed through. Almost there. Then mixy. This is when it would be nice to have a KitchenAid. Someone buy it for me. Just kidding. It's on my list of wants. All this seems to be pretty well mixed together now. So let's add our extra ingredients that are going to make it too much chocolate. We got our semi-sweet chocolates. And in this house, we don't believe in measuring. Yes, we do. But for things like this, we're just kind of eyeball. If you're making this with me, don't use the whole bag. We're going to make a little chocolate ganache to go on top as well. So we're going to want the leftovers for that. We're going to go ahead and add our pudding mix. I do this with all my cakes. I throw in a pack of pudding in it. I think it makes it a lot more moist and a lot more flavorful. Plus, it's too much chocolate cake. Why wouldn't we want more? So this is a family size pack. We only got 2 boxes here. Now mix these. Now at this point we might need to add more water depending on what the dough is looking like after getting this pudding mix mixed in. I don't think I grabbed the right spoon for this though. That might be time to get in there with our hands. But first, we have one more ingredient to add. Instant coffee. What a game changer the chocolate taste, honestly. We're just going to pour that right in there as well. You don't want too much like a strong coffee taste, so one packet's plenty. Of course, our hands are washed before doing this. Don't be nasty. Oh yeah. I got really quiet on a donor, didn't I? Kind of forgot to keep talking. But once you get everything combined well, you have this nice little thing of dough. You should be able to pick it up. It's pretty dense. Hands are all clean. Let's prep our baking sheets now. I'm not really sure how many cookies this is going to yield because it's my first time trying it. But we want about like that big of a ball size, and they're going to be spread apart about 1 inch apart, maybe 2 inches. Little ice cream scoop to help assist. Oh, we need to spray our pans first. Teehee oopsie. I'm just using olive oil non-stick. Give a little bit of dough and do the rollies. Boom. And we're just gonna keep doing that. And do the rolly. Rolly. I want these to be a decent size cookie, so it has room for that raspberry koji. I think I'm saying that right. I might be saying that wrong. I'm gonna finish this off real quick. Be right back.
Apparently my phone ran out of storage, so I had to switch a couple things around. So sorry if I didn't catch too much. We just got one more ball left. I think I'm going to be able to fit it on this other pan. Just like that. And just hope that these don't mesh into each other. I've had these headphones on, but they haven't been playing music. We'll go ahead and take those off. It just didn't work out this time. So we've already got our we've already got our oven preheated to 350. I did that before I started recording, of course. You want to make sure everything's preheated so everything cooks correctly. So let's go ahead and get these in the oven. Oh, and they won't fit like that. My oven's too small. It's okay. We make do. And we'll start at about 12 minutes on the timer just to see where we can get with it. Again, being my first time making these. I don't know. We always start low so we don't regret our choices. Now it's time for the raspberry coulis. I think I said Kuji last time. It's coulis. So we've got our medium saucepan all ready to go. Gonna go ahead and get that on the oven, on the stove. Same thing, bitch, just different shape. That's the same shape. We need our raspberries, a lemon, a little bit of sugar, and just a pinch of salt. The salt's very important. It helps balances out all the sweetness. So we're gonna go ahead and add all of our raspberries. Wash your produce first. Produce is washed. And we're gonna add that all just right into every last bit. Go ahead and turn our heat onto medium low. And then we're gonna roll out the lamb in. This keeps it juicy. Rolly, 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 rolly. We're gonna cut it. Quarters. Colin, use his cutting board. I don't give a fuck. And we're gonna squeeze it over our fingers and our hand to try to make sure we don't get any seeds in there. Get all the juices out. And he's gonna go right into my garbage disposal. I want a couple teaspoons of the lemon juice. Squeeze it all out. I'm thinking one more will be good. We love a good acid taste. Some citrus flavors. There we go. And finally, just a little bit of sugar. Just to start this. I don't really know what it's called. I'm not a professional. But it just makes the sauce out of it all. And that's what we want. Maybe that's what the Coulis is. I don't know. I was just trying to find shit to make these a little bit more me. And I'm always a fan of adding a little bit of fruit to it because it makes it all yummy, yummy, yummy. Let's go ahead and give this a nice little stir. And let's not forget that little pinch of salt. I'm gonna stir that all up nicely. I'm just gonna let that go. Now in a separate little pan, we're gonna heat up some water. And this is gonna be like a double broiler for us. Get that on there. Get that going. And that's how we're gonna make our chocolate ganache. I'm gonna grab a glass bowl and have that ready. We're gonna put our glass bowl on top of that water while it's heating up. And the water just kind of creates that barrier in between the direct heat and allows for a smoother chocolate finish. Go ahead and give this a little stir. Those raspberries are breaking down nicely. Alright, we're gonna leave that alone. Water's heating up. We've got our heavy whipping cream. This is gonna be the base of the ganache. Ganache! Open! Give it a good shaky, 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 shaky. And we're kind of just at a waiting point. Okay. Let's check on our cookies. Oh yeah. Those puffed up nicely. Let's check with a toothpick. Make sure that they're done on the inside. Hey, upperoonies. Look at that. First guess on the 12-minute worked out nicely. And we'll go ahead and put this on a cooling rack. But I've only got one cooling rack. So, cheat code using a pot holder. Now, it's just a waiting game. So I think we got another time for another dibby dab. The first time I'm attempting to do multiple different angles, so bear with me if it's a little chaotic. Let's prep our dab. Cheers. Almost there. And she went off. Let's go ahead and give this another mix. Low and slow is the goal with this. You want to get it at a good simmer to start reducing it some. Gonna be nummy yummy. Our water is boiling here now though, so let's go ahead and cap that. We can turn our oven off. There it is. Lost my heavy cream for a second. We're gonna go ahead and pour some of our heavy cream in. Need a little bit more. I don't know, we don't measure. Grab our handy dandy whisk. Nice. Don't know if you guys caught that or not, but oh god, my bowl just cracked. What the even hecka? I don't have another one. God damn it. We'll try plastic this time. And I really hope it doesn't ruin this bowl because I just got it. Grab some more heavy whipping cream. And get that all heated up. We want our milk warm so it melts our chocolate a little bit nicer. We don't want to mix it around too much to avoid already getting a whipped anything. Maybe. I don't know. We just fucking around. Alright, I think I'm going to increase the heat to medium on these. On this. It's just starting to reach potential. Bubbly, bubbly. Oh yeah. There it goes. We're going to let this reduce for a little while. It's finally bubbling. Just leave it alone. Obviously we want to mix it occasionally so nothing's getting burnt or anything like that, but just let it reduce. Our heavy cream is still warming up. Cookies are warming. We vibing. Here's to my Nick Fiends. Oh, you want to see a cool trick? I've got my ceiling fan going, so it's making a little airflow. Now that our milk isn't quite cold anymore, we're going to go ahead and pour our chocolates in. If you were to do this just in the pan, you'd have to worry about the chocolate getting burnt and getting melted way too fast, not melting evenly. The water's helping. Steam bath underneath the water. I can't talk. I don't fucking know. Notice how we didn't have to mash the raspberries at all. The heat did that for us naturally, thankfully. Start mixing together the chocolate. Oh yeah, you see how nicely that's just melting? Perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. So good. Mixy, 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 mixy. Mixy, 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 mixy. Oh yes. Perfect. Look at that. Nice drizzling consistency. That's exactly what we wanted. So good. I love desserts so much. Desserts are my absolute favorite, if you can't tell. We're gonna go ahead and turn that water down to low just to maintain this melty goodness. And just keep it a little warm. And just keep it warm for us. Our raspberries are doing great over here. Still quite liquidy, so we're gonna keep reducing. And now it really is just a waiting game. So, be back in a jiffy. So now that the cookies have cooled a little bit more, I'm gonna take a melon baller and I'm gonna just slightly press in the center so we have somewhere to hold that raspberry coulis. So like I said, we're just gonna use the melon baller and just lightly press into the center and create a little divot for us to hold that raspberry coulis. I'm just finishing up adding these little divots into the cookies. And one last one. I'm done. There's a lot of chocolate on this. I went ahead and turned off the heat on the raspberries. It is perfectly what we want. Nice little scoopable, almost a compote, but we bougie, so we call it a coulis. We're just gonna let that cool. I'm gonna put that on the back burner, let that cool for a bit. Our chocolate is still at a wonderful consistency. Nice little drizzling action. Gonna keep that on the warm water. We're gonna let that raspberry coulis, what's it called? Cool. I might actually transfer it to another dish just so it cools a little bit faster. I can throw it into the fridge. I don't know. I went ahead and grabbed a half a teaspoon just to make sure each of them are getting an even amount. And we're just gonna scoop a little bit into these little divots. It is still a little bit warm, but we want it still scoopable in case it does harden up and stuff. I do plan on putting these in the fridge to set. Bring that out so you guys can see a little bit better. It was pretty simple. We're just crossing our fingers that we have enough for all of them. Those already look so good. Red and black together is one of my favorite combinations, especially in tattoos. I love using red in my tattoos. If you haven't checked out my tattoo page, it's Colin Bussing Tattoos on Instagram. Go check it out. Go ahead and swap these pans. They're pretty cooled off already, so that's nice. Be a little less liberal. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Let's see what we can do to make sure all of them get a little bit. Just scoop off a little bit into each one. And I'll just grab a little bit from one over here. Try to even these out a little bit more. I had some smaller cookies, it appears, so those ones can get a little bit less. And we'll still have the same impact. There we go. They all got raspberry. Grab our chocolate off the stove. Wipe off the bottom because it's got all that drippy condensation. Still got a nice melting consistency since we kept it on that heat for a little bit. And we don't got to be worried about that burn because we were smart about it. And we're just going to go through and give them a nice drizzle. That's not really controlled in any manner, is it? Probably get a little bit messy, but it's worth it. We'll do better on the other pan. We're just learning the ropes on these ones. Haven't drizzled something in so long. There we go, one pan done. On to the next. We've got a second pan here, all ready to rip. Alright, let's do better this time. I don't know if I'm doing any better this time, but chocolate's chocolate, let's be honest. I try to give a good presentation, but beggars can't be choosers. Am I right? Now, if this was a cake, I would have also made some true pudding and inserted it into the cake. But this raspberry coulis is kind of taking place of that to add that extra moisture. Oops, I already did that one. Extra chocolate. There we go. And that's really it. We're gonna transfer these over to the cooling rack and let them chill. I might throw them into the fridge too, and we'll be back for the taste test. They've now been resting in the fridge for quite a few hours. I just got done taking another dab. I didn't think I had to record another one. But I'm curious about giving these a try. Cheers. The cookie has a great texture. The raspberry coulis, mind blowing. The coulis just kind of like glazes over your tongue as you're eating it. I feel like a genius. And it's just that slight little tart from the raspberries that just is like, that the lemon juice really brought that out too. The last bite. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I already ate that shit up. I'm actually gonna box this shit up now. They're going to some friends and family, other than a couple. Of course, I'm saving a couple for myself. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time.